All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig and a Pickle Crew Show with a little 49er video on this Friday. Kyle Shanahan has spoken. Deebo Samuel is no longer on the practice report. He is going to go Sunday against the Lions. Now, we're brought to you by Pig and a Pickle, 2 locations, Emeryville and Corte Madera. Check them out in both spots from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. Go get the brisket chili. Say hi to Damon and Mary. Tell them that Larry Krueger has sent you. Yes, that's right. The 49ers, Deebo Samuel is going to go Sunday against the Detroit Lions. Deebo obviously battling shoulder pain, but he is going to be out there and he is going to be competing for the NFC Championship game. The spread is now 49ers minus 7.5. The over-under is 51.5. Now on the Lions side, Jonah Jackson, their left guard, is out. So that is a definitive word now. Jonah Jackson's not going to go for the Lions in this game, and that means the Lions are going to have to depend on their backup offensive guard to somehow step up and compete in this game. That's going to be really interesting. Can the backup guard for the Detroit Lions play well enough in this game to give the Lions a chance to win? That's the question. Coyote Awasika, who had a 29.2 pro football pass blocking grade, the lowest of any of the Lions offensive linemen. If Awasika's got, if you look at the comparison, Jackson played 182 snaps this year. He allowed 19 pressures in 182 snaps. Awasika played 86 snaps and allowed 13 pressures, a 15.1% pressure rate. So it's going to be Javon Hargrave and Eric Armstead against an injured Frank Ragnow. Ragnow is going to start. Jonah Jackson is out, and Awasika is going to play left guard. So should be very interesting. Deebo practiced today. And, I think the game plan for the 49ers is pass the ball on the Lions. So the Lions have given up 345 passing yards in 5 straight games. 2 of those games were started by Nick Mullins. If you look at Brock Purdy, interesting article today by Warren Sharp. Purdy, even when Deebo has been off the field, so let's just say Deebo plays and for whatever reason can't continue or can't finish the game. Brock Purdy, when Deebo's off the field this year, number 1 in yards per attempt at 10.5, number 1 in success rate at 52%, number 1 in EPA per attempt at plus 0.18. Number 1 in touchdown rate, number 1 in first down rate. That's without Deebo Samuel. So the 49ers have an elite crew of wide receivers, running backs. They've got a great young quarterback. Detroit's a dome team on the road. Home teams are 8-2 in the last 10 NFC title games. For the 49ers, the big key in this one is, can they help Colton McKivitz against Aiden Hutchinson? Hutchinson's got 8 sacks in the last 4 games. He's got an unbelievable spin move. He's got a crazy motor. He plays exceptionally hard. So that's the big one for the 49ers offense. Can they block Aiden Hutchinson? Can they help Colton McKivitz out with Aiden Hutchinson there at right tackle? And then defensively for the 49ers, it's going to be real simple. Last week, Jahmyr Gibbs and Laporta, the tight end, combined for 17 receptions against Tampa Bay. You got to be able to stop Laporta, and you got to be able to stop Gibbs. You got a wrap on David Montgomery. The Niners missed 9 tackles in the game last week against Green Bay. They can't miss 9 in this game. By the way, Journey will be performing at halftime. The one thing we're waiting on the 49ers is who's going to start at safety opposite Tayshaun Gibson. Is it going to be the rookie out of Penn State, Jair Brown, who started 5 games this year but did not play a single snap against Green Bay last week? Or is it the veteran Logan Ryan, who played 67 snaps against Green Bay, but also gave up a 2-yard touchdown to Tucker Kraft and really played poorly against the run? Logan Ryan's 32 years old. He's a 2-time Super Bowl champion, 3rd-round pick way, way, way back in 2013. But now, counting last week, he's got 17 playoff games of experience. Do the Niners go to their 3rd-round pick, Jair Brown, as the starter at safety, or do they go with the veteran Logan Ryan? And that may be a game time decision. But it is official. Deebo is going to play, and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is probably the happiest guy in the Lions room right now because he's wanted this matchup with Deebo all year. Deebo's not going to shy away in this matchup from Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, and bring it on. Can the Niners passing game carve up Detroit's pass defense the way that almost every other passing attack has in recent weeks? Can Brock Purdy take care of the football? Can the 49ers stop Detroit's running game? Can they block Aiden Hutchinson? Can they somehow get to Jared Goff? I don't think they're going to do it by getting there off the edges against Taylor Decker and Penei Sewell. But I do think Eric Armstead and Javon Hargrave are going to have success inside against an injured Frank Ragnow and Awasika, the backup left guard, who's barely played this year. So going to be a very, very interesting NFC Championship game. The winner's going to Vegas for the Super Bowl. The loser's season comes to an end. Once again, no Jonah Jackson. He's out. Frank Ragnow is in. Deebo Samuel is in. And we're not sure who's going to start at safety. Is it going to be opposite Tayshaun Gibson? Is it going to be the veteran 32-year-old safety Logan Ryan, or is it going to be the rookie Jair Brown? Should be a very interesting Sunday. The weather is supposed to be perfect. I mean, high 60s, low 70s, just perfect weather for the 49ers. Brock Purdy is a guy who has struggled in the rain, but there will be no rain in this game against the Detroit Lions. And the Lions' pass defense has been an absolute sieve. And I think the 49ers are going to pick on a couple of the Lion defensive backs in this matchup. I really think that when you look at what Cam Sutton, when you look at the Lions and what they have on the corner, and you sit there and go, okay, can the 49ers make these guys look bad? I think they can. I think they absolutely can. You're talking about Cameron Sutton, number 1, the right cornerback, and then Kindle Vildor, number 29, the left cornerback. And those guys are susceptible to big plays, and I think the 49ers in dry conditions make them pay. Now, the big key is going to be, can the 49ers avoid turnovers? Detroit's a hard-hitting team. They're going to try to separate the receivers from the football. But to me, the real advantage is George Kittle and Brandon Ayuk against the secondary of the Detroit Lions, and I like the 49ers to win the game 31-20. There's your update, brought to you by Pig and a Pickle, also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Check that link in the description. Use the promo code Krug, and they'll match you up to your first $100. And thanks to all you guys for supporting the Krug Show on YouTube.